Put it in it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Jimmy People.
Nice. I am
What's up, man?
Jimmy Peoples. Thank you for watching another episode of the People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples twice. Introduce yourself.
Hey there, I'm Mallory Bryant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
I'm Dan Carney.
Dan Carney.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. It was nice running into you at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
I'm glad we could get this thing going.
That's my bat cave. You don't tell people.
All right.
Snitching already, dude.
Snitching.
At Starbucks.
Right. I like the vanilla colada. That's one of my guilty pleasures.
It looks good. It looked tasty. You had like some spaghetti and meatballs or something going on. Okay, well, I'm sorry that I'm ruining your diet.
Was I doing crack too? He's doing lines of...
The guy outside was, so...
God damn.
Yeah,
that's
New
my
York.
place.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy outside, possibly on crack, and he was like practicing his
Lower
shooting
East Side.
form, though.
Absolutely. Just dribbling in the street.
Impeccable.
You're not from New York.
Fantastic.
You're not used to that.
No, I'm not used to it.
Shadow ballers. That's what you call them.
And he looked good. Like, he could hook me up. He knew what he was doing.
He didn't need a ball.
He was practicing the Euro step, like down the street.
Yeah.
You just watch.
Yeah, I was watching.
Where you from? Tell me where you from.
I am from a little town in Florida called Brandon. It's a suburb of Tampa.
That sounds country as fuck.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
How many black people there?
Zero.
Not a ton of black people.
5%.
We say not a ton.
Yeah.
There's no black people.
And
no black people.
Yeah, 100%.
a lot of a big Hispanic population now. That's
What?
yeah, big Hispanic population.
Hispanic. Oh, Hispanic.
Hispanic
Okay.
Hispanic
That's Florida.
population. Yeah, big Mexican population, Cuban population,
The Mexicans.
and a lot of white people.
No
a lot
shit.
of
It's
Yeah.
Brandon. Brandon,
It's-
Florida.
Brandon, Florida is
Brandon,
named
Florida.
after a white guy
One
named
white guy.
Brandon.
That's
So
it.
yeah, it's not Jamal, Florida. So I don't know. That's fucked up to say, but
Yeah, well, there you go. You said
Introduce
it.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm originally from California,
Uh-huh.
but I've been in New York for a good long while.
what
How
part
many
of
years?
California?
True.
Oh, you're the host.
Yeah,
I'm
No,
not-
do it, do it,
yeah,
do
no,
it,
no,
do
no.
it, do it.
Huntington Beach. It's
Okay.
like in between like San Diego and LA.
I lived in last summer. I lived in South Central,
Okay.
LA. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, heard of it.
That's the
heard of
hood.
it.
Yeah, it is the hood.
Yeah.
And this is going to take my street cred back a little bit, but I was enrolled at USC at the time, so
Oh.
yeah. But I was in the hood. I want to
Yeah.
make that clear.
That
No,
means,
yeah,
right?
USC is in the hood.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
Temple, right?
Yeah,
Is it?
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I
that.
don't know exactly where Temple is, but like
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah, it's
USC.
like, just go with it.
is
Yeah.
It's not the best neighborhood. However, USC's campus is like a little Italian like village.
Yeah.
It's like the Vatican. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's how I picked my colleges. Like it had to be a good school in the worst
in the worst location.
yeah, worst location.
Well, I went to Florida State University for the last 4 years, and that's pretty much the same
Really?
thing. Yeah,
Really?
I lived in a very nice apartment complex that was constantly under attack from fireworks from the neighboring neighborhoods, if you will, and not uncommon to find dead bodies and trunks of cars in the parking lot.
What?
Yeah, that's a true thing. I checked the news and it was like, body found in Tallahassee apartment complex, and I walked outside and I saw it.
Yeah.
So,
Damn, sounds like Philly.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow.
How's your day? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, day's been good. Trying to be a real comic, so I woke up this morning and was writing.
I could tell when you're
yeah.
starting to hang out with comics, you're starting to
Yeah.
do
Am I doing
like a
it?
real comic.
Trying. But yeah, no, I just, wrote, worked out, came here. Like doing it, nothing like crazy exciting.
That's what's up. Living
But
it.
yeah, living the real life.
I'm giving myself a couple more weeks to start working out because I made the mistake of going for a run my first day here when I moved here, and like the area behind my knees is in so much pain just because like I've been doing so much walking, and it's just a mistake to. I feel like it's a mistake to work out
Get
living
your New York
here.
legs.
Yeah, I gotta get my New York legs
New York
first.
legs, walking
Yeah.
stairs,
Yeah.
and
I was living on my parents' couch for like the last month,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
welcome
did.
to the real world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta walk places.
you can tell. I judge people by how much money they have, by how
Wow.
good a shape their legs are.
Wow.
If they have really skinny legs, they got a lot of money because they don't walk
Really?
around a lot. Yeah, but if they have toned legs,
Yeah,
they're
they
broke.
walk
They're broke as
around.
fuck.
Well, see, you
walk
gotta
everywhere.
think about it on the other end of the
Amazing. No money.
Yeah.
you got to think about the other end of the spectrum because I have very little money, so I have no food to put into my legs.
Yeah.
So I'm just walking off
But your
my
body's
legs.
going to look amazing.
I know, I
You're
know.
gonna have that broke body. Like, where'd you get all those abs from?
I have the body of the body of a chess player now.
Yeah.
It's just
What is that?
Like, it's not an athlete, I guess.
Just wait. Give it time.
Yeah.
Give it time.
Yeah.
What's going on? What are you
What's
struggling with?
what am I struggling with? Well, I know. I mean, we let's say I actually. I mean, can I like talk about the good stuff?
Do it.
Well,
Talk about
actually,
the
we'll
good
talk about
stuff.
the bad, and then we'll talk
whatever
so,
you want.
So I had this set back in March
Yes.
where I bombed hard, like super hard. So much so that like I would tell the same jokes the night before and like slayed and was so happy getting clap breaks, like having just such a wonderful set. And then the next day, just same jokes. And it really threw me for a loop because I was just like, something's got to change. Like something really like, I'm really happy with my stuff, but at the same time, like something needs to change. So I started writing every single day. I was like, before I was like writing. I was like writing at Mike's. And now I'm like, nah, like you need to not only write at Mike's, you need to take that time by yourself to write. Get your writing partner. Make these schedules, like everything that every comedy book.
You write with a partner?
I actually have like 3 that I work with, and
sometimes you're good at that. You're good at throwing ideas off of people.
Yeah, and I really enjoy it. I love it because I always think sometimes I think it's good to work with someone else because sometimes when you're just in the joke so much, it's super gray, but then someone else can make it black and white for you to be like, whoa, okay, here's the punch. Or like, you know, your premise isn't quite clear, so can we shift and make it clearer to the audience what you're trying to get at? Because the joke is funny, but it's only half funny right now. So I enjoy that. So I have 3 people that I work with because they all kind of give me different perspectives. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. And like I was saying earlier, like I had this set last night that I was super stoked about because I literally did all new material.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I just was like, I'm up here and it felt so good. And so that's kind of like the struggle back in March. And like, I know when that happened, it was March 4th. It was like, oh, and like, that's when I set the goal. I was like, I cannot not give my work the time it really needs.
How often do you write new stuff?
So that's a good thing. It's like you're the one who was like, so Jimmy Peoples gave me my first show ever, just so y'all know. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much. Thank you. And I remember you would always tell me you would be like, you have to write new 5 minutes. Like you should be writing as much as you can each week. Now, I did that, but then I also started to find that like certain things they need to germinate, right? They need to, and so then you start to get used to the jokes that are working, and then you're like, I'm gonna hit this shit all the time because it works.
Yeah.
And then there comes a time
you like talking about.
Yeah.
I hate the things that I like talking about and they're not funny.
Yeah.
It's like I like talking about it, but there's nothing there.
Right. Sometimes, but then eventually I feel like you find something.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's both. You have to find the marriage of the two. You have to still talk about your old shit that you know works, and then you have to sandwich it, the old with the new, and then old, and then new, and then, so that you can see.
Sandwich.
Exactly. I like to call it,
I love that.
The sandwich.
That was
yeah, 100%.
I feel like it's a good idea
100%.
to let that stuff sit for a while too. If you're like, all right, there's something good here, but I can't think of it right now.
You got the marinate period.
Yeah.
Once you do it, you're gonna go through that stale part and then put it away and then bring it back.
It's actually helpful to do that, like procrastination. There's actually been studies done at the University of Wharton. I don't know.
Shout out,
hey, shout out you Wharton people.
You look deep in the camera like you went there or you try to get in.
I was just like, you got to look at the camera every once in a while. So that my brain was like,
moment.
that was my moment.
You're like, I'm sending it home.
This guy's giving a shout out.
Yeah.
I didn't study there. I don't know why I said that, but it is a big thing because if you're like, you start with like an idea and then you're like, all right, I'm going to watch YouTube videos for the next hour. And then you go back to it. You're like, okay, now like my subconscious has sat on this for a little bit. So it's actually helpful to procrastinate for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry to bring down the
Watch
comedic tone of this podcast.
You guys sit the hell down. All right, it's a podcast before the mic. God damn it.
We're in an Applebee's right now.
Yes, you're just walking willy nilly. Just say your name real loud so they know who the asshole was. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. All joke. I'm definitely the asshole. But I'm bringing you into my world. This is the podcast for the mic. We'll get started in a few.
I'm done with that point. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm totally done with it. I almost didn't say it. Like I came very close to not saying it. Period. But I felt like it was a good footnote.
Totally.
Yeah. So when you write with other people, are these people all comedians, or are they?
Well, great question. I think I've talked with all different comics on what they believe. So I think this is my strategy, but no one has to necessarily like follow it or anything like that. It's not the end all be all.
Everything.
Yeah. So I write with one comic who mostly focuses on improv, but also does stand up, and then I have another comic that I write with who just does stand up, and then I have another one who's just does writing, but no like performance.
That's smart.
So it's like three different, and I like to kind of give each of those people like my premise or my idea, and then each of them kind of give me different feedback, and then I
You have like a writer's room. You have like a staff.
Yeah, but they're not all there together. It's mostly like text messages or phone, or sometimes it's in person.
That's cool. Where do you go to write? Do you write in your apartment, or at cafes, or?
I really enjoy. This is the new thing I actually figured out. Was like I was listening to the podcast or something with Seinfeld, and he was saying how he has to write yellow pad and paper.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was writing on the computer, and I was like, I don't know why I hate on the computer, but I realized,
always like pen and nothing like pen and pad.
And I'm weird. I like pencil. Okay, I'm all about pencil and white sheets of paper. I don't like any lines. I like white sheets of paper, pencil, and so I like writing at home in the morning when I wake up, and then that's my favorite. Yeah. What about you guys?
I go from paper to pad to phone to the stage, and then I tape it. And then I put it in the description box. Yeah. That's the order. And then I put it away and go back and get it. So
I love that.
So if it's good enough to get from paper to pad to the stage, and then you tape it.
Then it stays,
That's the order. But I also, I don't like talking to people about jokes. I like what's called biting. You would just talk to somebody in conversation, and then if they can tell it's a joke, then throw that shit away.
I felt like
interesting. Okay,
like,
fair enough.
If they laugh and it's like they don't know it's a joke, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's funny," then I'll keep it because they co-sign it.
I've been doing that since I was like 10. That's how I kind of knew I wanted to do this. Like, it's just like in my mind, I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is funny. Then I bring it up like it's an organic thought, but no, it's been germinating for like 2 weeks.
I've been thinking about this.
Exactly. So adding tags on it before
if
you
they
know
call
what
it out,
is.
be like, "That's one of your jokes, right?" I'll never say it again.
Exactly. That's a good point. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Usually I'm like, no. Yeah, it is.
No, is that a joke? Because it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched over.
People always tell you. They'll tell you, or they won't talk to you.
For sure. No, that's so true. I think you also, when you're in conversation with somebody, I sometimes think that the other person can sometimes know when something's funny and you don't even think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was always one of those people, unlike maybe you, I didn't know I wanted to do stand-up. Like, I didn't think I was funny. I was not the class clown. I was just, the kid who got good grades. Like, look at me. That's like clearly what it was. Yeah. But anyways, so sometimes when I'm around people, they'll be like, "Oh, that's funny, Mal." And I'll be like, "Oh, I should probably write that down," and then maybe I'll think about it later and see if anything can grow from it,
That's smart.
Yeah.
So
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I got into comedy to influence people.
Yeah.
And they were like, people are not going to listen to you unless you had a name for yourself. And I was like, well, I ain't got no talent, so let me get on stage and just put words together and see if they're funny. Totally. And it's a thing everybody can do. And I was like, but most people won't, And I was like, I'm good in front of people,
Yeah.
But, Jimmy Peoples.
Let's get on stage.
Yeah.
But I was never the guy who was like, I was never the class clown. Yep. I was always fighting the class clown. Then promoting him as the best friend.
I was definitely the class clown. I was extremely desperate for attention.
I was like, look at this guy.
The entire time. It was bad. And then there was a period where I had so much acne I didn't want the attention, so I kind of sat back for a little bit.
Hell yes, I had acne too.
Hell yeah.
Good job.
So much acne.
Acne.
So much
Shout to acne.
Gross amounts. More than like a whole family combined would have.
I wish we had skin cream Brought to you by.
Yeah, totally.
No.
By the way, baking soda. Put baking soda on.
Is that what we're doing?
On
Baking
your,
soda?
on
I
your
tried
blemishes.
everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I tried everything.
Yeah.
We had this discussion.
Fuck you, proactive.
Yeah.
All right.
That
You're
shit.
full of
Fuck that shit.
Actually, here's the
they a
biggest one.
sponsor?
Building muscle stops acne. All right?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I've told her this
Okay.
before. I was trying to get her to work. Really? Never heard that before. I was like, deadlifts. Just deadlifts stop acne.
I've seen some pretty big dudes with like stringers on, and they got backs full of acne. So,
Well, they taking steroids.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. That'll
But
fuck
if you're
your
big
shit
and you
up.
have acne, you're taking steroids.
yeah, absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
But try baking soda. I'm
Baking
just
soda.
saying.
Go for
I
baking
really,
soda. And then
Yeah.
deadlifts.
And then deadlifts.
And that's how you know he's all natural.
Yeah,
too.
all
no
natural.
acne.
No acne. No acne.
Yeah.
Look at that skin.
I get
Yeah.
a pimple, it
Skin
just
routine.
falls off. It's
not
get
strong
out.
enough.
Yeah, it's not strong. It's like, we can't live here. This body is
Just
amazing.
flex and the creatine pops it off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just here, take some of this in your juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to write on the computer too, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
just like had no motivation to sit down and do it. I realized this
Yeah.
isn't even fun, and then I switched to the paper, and then I was like, oh, and this is pretty like recent, the last couple months, and then
Yeah.
because I've only been doing this a year, so then I switched to the computer, or like I looked back at my notes on the computer. Nothing usable. Nothing even like remotely funny. It was terrible. Like I don't even know what
we
it
have
was.
so much technology and
Yeah.
resort back to the
Back to the
simplest.
simplest stuff.
Because I get annoyed when my pen doesn't write smooth enough. That's what I allow. If it's not a smooth writing pen, and you know how a pen it runs out of ink and it stops, I was like, I'm done writing. I'm done. I can't write today.
Yeah.
So
You do have to get a good pen.
a good pen.
Or a pencil. I'm a pencil person. But the good, remember I gave you that really nice
I
blue
still got
pen?
it. Yep.
That is the best. I don't even know what they're called, but maybe Jimmy People can like put a link up. You can buy them in
Uniball.
12. You can buy them in 12 packs.
Uniballs.
I buy them.
It's a
Yeah.
Bic,
yeah.
Bic.
Bic, like
Yeah.
4. And
Only
something like
pen
that.
that's
It-
biodegradable or some shit.
I
Is it
don't
made out of
maybe,
bottles?
but it goes so fast.
They
You
steal
can,
them
like,
at work. Yeah, at my job.
They're amazing.
I like those
Best
pens. I like those, and I like Uniball and the G10s. I know my pen. I'm a stationary guy. Don't let these biceps fool you. All right? I help Staples. I'm a Staples consultant. Like they walk past the red shirt to me. And they're like, this guy knows his stationary.
Nothing pre 2010. You don't want any of those pens.
No. I
Yeah.
know my paper.
I'm writing with like a DoubleTree pen from a hotel that I have, but it's great. It's like a nicer one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
I hate that I'm going to say this, but I haven't done a lot of jail time. All right, for the record. But the time that I did for parking tickets, all right, they have the best pens. I can't find these goddamn pens. They're like plastic pens because you can't use them as weapons. But they're like little pieces of plastic. Beautiful writing. Beautiful. I wrote the best shit. Just writing away. In my little 2 days I had to do in jail. And I was like, I'm here for 10 years. And just writing like, okay, I'm going to write a book. Yeah. And I was like, I'm taking this pen with me, just so you know. I can't find that pen anywhere. I was like,
damn.
yeah, I'll convert it to Islam.
So if you have writer's block, go
to
acquire
jail.
some parking
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah. Get your shit done.
Yeah, best pens. Free paper. All the paper you can get. All right.
Worst comedy advice.
What? You know how focused you get in jail?
super
You are
focused.
working out 3 times a day?
Yeah.
The meals? 3 meals a day? All you gotta do is fight somebody and get your own room. You know? I know. I hate that I know so much.
Yeah. It's true.
I couldn't last in prison. No, it would be bad.
Prison, I've never been.
Or jail, either or.
County jail is fine.
County jail is fine.
It's
You can make friends in jail.
absolutely. See, here's the problem. I'm the mayor wherever I go. So I go to
I believe
jail.
that.
I'm teaching aerobics classes. I'm giving law advice that I don't know.
I'm going
No?
straight to the library if I ever go to prison. I'm definitely going to be like the prison librarian.
It's a safe place.
Yeah, it is a
It's
safe place.
Nobody's killing anybody in the library.
No.
I mean, it's just jail. So
You become the next
prison,
Malcolm
maybe.
Gladwell or something.
I don't know how we got here. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I just said they
it's
had
okay.
great pens.
We were talking about pens, and you're like, by the way, I was in jail.
Because that pen it branded a place in my mind. We were talking stationery.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, jails have the best stationery.
It's good, man. It's good advice. I'm not going to take it, but it's good to know. It's good to keep that in the back pocket.
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What is are you on social media?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you on?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Snapchat is dead. Apparently, Kendall Jenner said so. But I'm at Dan Man Carney on Instagram and Twitter. You can check me out. Also, I'll be working at Stand Up New York this summer. So if you need,
Yeah.
So if you need, please if you need $5 off tickets,
hit you up.
Yeah, use promo code Dan. It should be
These
Dan.
are all comics.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, hit me up.
Hit them.
Hit me up.
I gotta press that. Keep talking.
Hit me up.
Keep talking. Somebody text.
I can only say hit me up so many times, but yeah, use my promo code and you can get some cheaper tickets there. And hit me up. Maybe I can figure out a way to finesse some free shots from the bartender for us.
Yeah.
How about you?
Dope. That was so nice of you. Good transition.
Good job.
You can find me, everything's the same, all my social media, Mallory Bryant, Mallory like calorie, MALORIE, and Bryant like Bryant Park. Yes.
You actually influenced my social media.
Oh, really?
Journey. Yeah, because you
you.
used to have the best Instagram. It was like organized, super organized, and that's what I didn't know. I didn't know anything. I was like, I want to do that, but I don't know shit about it. And used to organize your Instagram and hashtags, and I was like, I need to know. I'm the type of person, if I need to know, I'll read all the books on like hashtagging, and I got so into it, and then I kind of learned how to hashtag a little bit.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and algorithms and all that shit.
Totally. And what's funny is I think that I appreciate that. Thank you so much. What I wanted to do with Instagram, because I didn't like social media, and this is just, putting it out there. I didn't like social media, so I was like, how can I make this fun for myself? And so then I was like, if I gave it like these certain themes, or if I posted in a certain way that I felt like looked really cool, that would be inspiring to me, and then I would want to do it. Whereas before I'd be like, this shit is lame. I fucking hate this. Why do I have to post? You have to post to build a brand. Fuck, I don't want to do that.
I like that part.
So
I do like that.
Yeah, so that's why I did all those themes. And I don't do the themes necessarily anymore, because I found that I needed to make a shift. I needed to do a transition. And now I had a lot of things going on.
It's the crazy laugh, not the crazy laugh.
So crazy. And now I just focus back on. It's still, you can still see it. It's still very like thematic, and I think it looks really beautiful because I post in 3s or 6s or 9s.
What does that mean? Yeah.
If you actually go and you scroll on my Instagram, you'll see that everything has like, it's all thematic. Like nothing is just like random pictures. It all like has a sequence.
It's order.
It has order.
Yeah.
So
mine is still chaos.
It was chaos. Most of people's Instagrams are chaos.
It's chaos.
I liked the order, probably because I'm a Capricorn. Hey, Capricorn. I like to say we're consumer reports whores. It's cool. But anyways, thank you so much for that. I just wanted to do something that I could get behind.
Yeah, that was one of the first stories, and then I just found all this shit and people, and then it just all these. I'm all about. I don't do a lot on YouTube. I mean, these go on YouTube, so I guess I do. But like Gary Vee was one of the you guys know Gary Vee. I found that guy, and then he opened doors to a bunch of people, and I found a bunch of shit, and it's dope. It's fun.
I like that guy, but every time he gives advice, he's like, "Here's the thing. Here's the one thing."
Like he could be a little twerpy.
Yeah.
Like I could listen to him. Like, give me something good and then go away. Like, give me a hit.
The first 15 seconds is him trying to figure out an answer, and he's always like, "This is the one thing." I'm like, "Is it the one?
The one thing?
I don't think so. But he's very helpful. I bought a book from him, so like I can't talk shit.
Like I read all his books, and like Casey Neistat. Like I want to be. My lane is like the Casey Neistat and C.T. Fletcher.
Oh, love C.T. Fletcher.
Yeah, C.T. Fletcher.
I used to be really into hard to believe, but I used to be really into working out, man.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I was deadlifting.
How you glutes?
I was deadlifting. Oh, I don't want to know. You didn't see me walk in here. You didn't see me walk in here, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm wearing pants that are way too big for me.
Good job.
Yeah, they're falling down.
To fill into them.
Yeah, I got to fill into them. They're going to get way bigger and bigger progressively because I'm eating like 800 calories a day.
Good job.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. No, it's not. It's not good.
It's all about the muscle, you know. I hear myself. I don't care what you see. The point is not caring what people think anymore. All right, I'm not going to allow you guys to muscle shame me. All right.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's what I do a vlog on Saturday. It's called Sets Between Sets. But I did before Kevin Hart. All right, but he has his show that's way better and way more money, and it's but whatever. Yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
You think he stole that from you?
Absolutely,
because he's a Philly guy too.
Yes, he did. He knows I did my show.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever you say. This guy's crazy. Website?
MalloryBryant.com.
Yes.
Yep. And sorry.
And
Are we talking about shows yet? Are we
no, shows. Shout your shows out.
Oh, yeah.
Shout your shows.
I have shows every Saturday and Sunday at the Grizzly Pear, 6:00.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
$3 beers.
You're so programmed. $3. Really?
$3 beers.
You coming?
Yeah.
White noise right up to $3 beers.
Really? $3 beers? You alcoholic?
Yeah.
As he has a beer in his hand.
Yeah.
It's 2:47. All right. Let's,
shows. What else you got going?
Yeah. I mean, those are my things. So
Yep. Gotcha.
That's on my social media website, MalloryBryant.com, and Grizzly Pear, Saturday and Sunday at 6. Yeah.
I just moved here. Got a lot of nothing going on.
Get him on shows.
If you see me, don't mug me. I'm still moving in.
Go support people's shows.
Yeah. I'll be going to shows.
Yeah.
If you're a comic, just give me advice. That's all I really want right now.
You don't want to take advice. just get lost and do your own shit.
It's true. It's the best thing
Have
you can do.
fun. Create some shit. Make them follow your lead.
Wow. Okay, fine. You know what? I won't take that advice, but
No.
I appreciate,
But listen to me. I'm the only person you listen to, all right? Yeah, Black Yeah. Thank you. Give it up for them one time. Or not.
Yeah.
You're obligated to be studio audience. You came in fucking up the podcast. Least the fuck you can do is clap a little bit. I am Jim Peoples. You can find this on wherever you can find podcasts. We are now on Alexa, which means you can just say, "Hey Alexa, can you play that new People's Mic podcast?" This is 132, and it'll play. I think we're on YouTube now. We were trying Twitch and Twitch was, I like YouTube because it's easier to transfer to Facebook, but it does drop at certain places. So whatever, we'll use that for now. What else? JimmyPeoples.com and 3 new shows. 3 new shows we have. Wednesday, the musical comedy show at Gramercy Ale House. The Ale House Comedy, Friday at 8 o'clock every Friday. And I'll get you on that.
Oh, yeah.
And Saturday is basically a comedy show. We're going to post to Musical.ly, so it's a spin on that. And that's every Saturday. It's 8 o'clock. And plus 2 new mics, Friday and Saturday, 6 o'clock at Gramercy Ale House.
Heck.
Yeah, cool. Hustling, man.
Wow.
Yes.
Hustle.
Yes.
Jimmy
So,
Peoples, that's
yep.
how he does it.
And that's it. Thank you guys. We'll start this mic. The mic follows the podcast. And
Thank you, Jimmy.
very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.